Aloha, Clarity Seekers. It's Brandy with Better Life Strategies. Today, we're going to go through section 2 of the Clarity Workbook. Now, this section is called Mindset Shift, Planning with Positivity. And the reason we want to have a positive mindset before we begin making plans is because we are much more likely to see opportunities and possibilities than if we're in a negative mindset. When we're in a positive place, we're much more likely to get out of our comfort zone and push ourselves to get closer to our ideal outcome. So if you haven't worked through section 1, please go back through your emails and find the video for section 1 and complete it. If you can't find that email, just reply to the email you got this video link out of, and I'll be happy to send you a link to the first section walkthrough. Okay, everybody, go ahead and get your workbooks out. I'm going to share my screen so that we're all on the same page. And just like section 1, we're going to go ahead and start with this breath work and visualization to clear our minds so that we have the space for the answers that we need to come up for us. So go ahead and turn off your phones, close the door to the room that you're in, do what you need to do so that you can work in peace and quiet for a couple of minutes. And when you come back, go ahead and sit down and relax and start taking some nice deep breaths. Close your eyes and I'll go ahead and walk you through the visualization. Okay, on your inhale, see an open, clear space, a blue sky, an open field, a clear table. Think possibility. Exhale, blow out all the noise. Turn off those mental reminders. Relax your face and drop your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, focus on that clear space you've created and light it up. Make it bright in your mind. And exhale any tension, fear, or stress that you're holding in your mind or body. Inhale and focus on that bright, clear space. Know that what you need will appear here with ease. And exhale any judgment or resistance. Know that you have the answers within you. And this is a safe space. It's okay to let them come up to the surface. And go ahead and just take 1 or 2 more deep breaths and just relax. And make sure you have a nice, clear, bright space in your mind. You have the answers within, and they will come up for you while you do this work. And when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes, and let's get started on section 2. Mindset shift, plan with positivity. We're going to start with core values in this section. Core values are really important. Knowing what your core values are help you make decisions and choices that are in alignment with who you are. If you are making plans or goals that aren't in alignment with your core values, you're going to find that you have a lot more internal resistance, you're going to self-sabotage, and your ability to succeed is going to be greatly diminished. If you don't know what your core values are, that's okay. Most of the people that come to coach with me haven't done core value exercises before. They've never really thought about it, and they're not sure. So if that's you, that's okay. I have a couple of exercises that I use with clients, and you'll find the links for these core value exercises listed on my resources page down towards the bottom. There should be a link in your workbook. So if you need to work through one of those core value exercises to figure out what your core values are, that's okay. Go ahead, pause the video, follow that link, find one of the core value exercises that feels good to you, figure out what your 5 core values are, and then you can come back and finish the rest of the section. Okay, if you do know what your core values are, please go ahead and list them below. And for my business owners and entrepreneurs, I suspect that the mission for your business is based closely on your own personal core values. So if you're unsure about what your core values are, take a look at your mission statement, or maybe you wrote out company values in your business plan, and you'll find those there. Go ahead, pause your video, and write them for the section below. Okay, number 7. What is working well for you in your life right now? What is moving in flow? What are you proud of? What's making you excited or inspiring you right now? What's going well? What's going well in your business? Go ahead, pause the video so you can fill in the answers for question number 7. Okay, number 8. What are your strengths? What are you really good at? And for my business and entrepreneurs, what does your business excel at? What is the value that you offer your clients? Go ahead, pause the video so you can fill out the answers to question number 8. And question number 9. What has worked well for you in the past, especially in a similar situation? And even if you were in a similar situation and things didn't work out for you, you can learn from your mistakes. I make mistakes all the time. I've learned so much from them, I'll probably make some more. You don't need to have any negative feelings about mistakes you've made in the past. Instead, look for the lessons that you learned in those mistakes. How can they apply to this situation or this challenge that you're going through? Same in your business. Have you experienced something similar like this in your business? How did you approach it? How did that approach work out for you? Will that approach work in this situation? Or did you make some mistakes in your approach? What did you learn? How can that be applied to this situation? Go ahead and pause the video to write your answers down for number 9. Number 10, how will you feel when this problem is solved, or you've resolved the issue, or you've made the change that you want to make in your life or business? Think about your outcome. Are you going to be excited? Will you be relieved? Will you feel empowered? How are you going to feel on the other side of this? Go ahead and pause your video so you can write in your answers for number 10. And number 11, imagine a friend or coworker or business owner, someone that you're close to, that you love and respect. Imagine they come to you with this same issue or challenge in their life, or they want to make a change that's similar to yours. What advice would you give a beloved friend or family member? This is a great place for objectivity, where you can step outside yourself, any of those blocks that you're having, and apply some thought process and kindness and compassion to the situation, challenge, or issue, and give your best advice. Go ahead and pause your video, fill out question number 11. All right, for number 12, we're going to have another activity. I want you to go back and review your answers to question number 5, discover your blocks. Now, this was any negativity that came up for you, any negative self-talk, or any place you felt tension in your body. I especially want you to pay close attention to any negative dialogue that came up, any I can't statements, or this is too hard, or there's no way I can make this happen, anything that was telling you that you couldn't. And I want you to take some time to create personal or targeted positive affirmations to counter that negative dialogue. You can then distill a mantra or a simple phrase to shift into positivity anytime that negativity comes up. So if you're someone that's feeling overwhelmed, and maybe your negative dialogue that was coming up was, I feel overwhelmed and I don't think I can do this. Or I have failed in the past. What makes you think I can do it this time? So your counter statement might look like, I can take one thing at a time, one day at a time, and figure things out. I've overcome other challenges and I will overcome this. And then your mantra gets simplified down to one thing at a time, I will overcome. So go ahead and take some time to look through your negative self-talk or any negative dialogue that came up for you in question number 5, discovering your blocks, and write out some positive counter statements. And then distill those down into a positive mantra that's easy to remember and something that you can quickly think of and say to yourself to counter those negative blocks that come up for you while you're working through this process. Go ahead and pause your video. And when you come back, we'll talk real quickly about the next section and how you can work with me if you need some additional support here. Okay, hopefully those positive statements worked out really well for you and you didn't have too hard of a time coming up with them. Anytime you get stuck on a question, if you need some help with these positive statements or creating your mantras, please use that discovery call. And I'm happy to work through any of these questions or processes with you. Part 3 is going to be the clarity, finding clarity. It's probably our longest section. So give yourself a little bit extra time for section 3, finding clarity. And as I said before, at any time that you want to give yourself the VIP treatment and you'd like to walk through this workbook with me personally, one-on-one, you can schedule a focused clarity call. That is a 2-hour session where we're going to walk through every one of these questions. I'll be there to brainstorm with you, look through the questions with you, catch any blocks that you might be missing, help you come up with those positive statements and distill them down into mantras that you can use on a regular basis, and support you in any way while I can working through the workbook. And let's see what else. Yeah, I think that's it. Mahalo so much for your time today. I really appreciate you showing up for yourself and taking the time to work through this next section. say that so many times during the day. All right, y'all. Thank you again so much for your time. Keep your eye out for the next video in this series. We're going to work through section 3 together, and that should be showing up in your mailboxes in the next week or so. All right. Aloha. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Thank you.